All right. We'd like to welcome everyone to another Mikey Live program. I am your host, Mikey Hutchinson, and we are coming to you live from the Spice Isle of the Caribbean, Grenada. It is no ordinary day in the Spice Isle. It's the day that we all celebrate our bronze medal, owing to the performance by Kirani James at the 400 meters finals at the Tokyo 2020 Olympics. We'll talk about that as well. The Ministry of Health involved in intense contact tracing. We'll talk more about that in a moment as Grenada records more COVID-19 cases. Robbery with violence in Mount Rose. We'll talk about that, as well as the National Democratic Congress says that the government should do something about the high fuel prices. And house destroyed by fire in Carriacou. As well, we take a trip over to St. Vincent and the Grenadines, where we found that the Prime Minister there was injured by a protester. Him having to be rushed to the hospital. We'll tell you more about that in a moment. We got to let you know that the headlines was brought to you through the kind compliments of the Communal Cooperative Credit Union, Coast Grenada Limited, Digicel Nawasa, the Housing Authority of Grenada, and Superb Distributors. We'd like to say thank you to all our sponsors for supporting this program. Now, folks, someone sharing the program tonight will receive some free credits. Compliments Digicel. So if you have not yet done so, we'd like to encourage you to please go ahead and share the business. We're taking our first break and come back shortly. And when we come back, it will be real news in all your Lily Lolo. So brace yourselves, we will be back.
Running low on groceries? Why not visit realvalueiga.com and experience our new online shopping platform? Place your order, then go out and enjoy your day to spend more time with friends and family. Free delivery available within select locations or in-store pickup available. Sounds simple, right? It is. Stress less, live more with Real Value IGA online store, where good food begins.
We support you at every stage of your life.
For business,
for your education,
for your financial freedom,
for that new ride.
Upgrade your life with the Communal. Contact us today.
After being locked down during the pandemic, get ready for summer with Rika. Live this summer with Rika's Summer in Every Drop promotion. Buy any Rika combo of 6 200ml, 4 330ml, or 3 1-liter Rika juices and get a chance to win. Win Apple AirPods, plunge pools, beach dress with umbrellas, barbecue grill set, gamer set, and weekly pop-up giveaways. With Rika, there's summer in every drop. Promotion ends August 31st. Tickets available at all leading retailers island-wide. Rika, distributed by Superb Distributors Inc., Tempe, St. George's.
How going on, boy?
Hey, good old things.
Hey, Daisy.
Yeah.
Boy, in line, boy. Your house looking a real good day.
Boy, it's thanks to the hard-working and professional staff at the Housing Authority of Grenada. They handled me real nice. They did my plan, they did the construction, and I didn't even have to worry about a thing. They were there with me every step of the way, supervising the job, asking me about my concerns, giving me feedback as the house took shape. They were there from start to finish, and even put the keys in the palm of my hand. I give them an A++ for customer service.
Oh, it's people from housing bad, boy.
Boy, not bad. Excellent. If you're thinking about constructing your home, why not consult the Housing Authority of Grenada? You could visit them right down in the Sandino complex, or give them a call 440-1015 or 440-1016, or check out their website hag473.com. They go handle you. They go jog your blocks, they go draw your plan, they go tote your materials. Hey man, where you going? The Housing Authority of Grenada is your choice for affordable housing and a stress-free construction experience.
Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store now has amazing deals, special discounted prices on wedding sets, watches, and selected jewelry. We sell top brand jewelry and watches like Citizen at the best price. We offer the best deals and customer service on the island. Opening hours Mondays to Saturdays, 9:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store, located at the Esplanade Mall, St. George's, Grenada. Visit or call us today for 14-3114-232-1234 or WhatsApp 533-1581. Sale is on for a limited time only.
Are you prepared for the hurricane season? Do you have a plan? Remember, water is essential in any emergency plan. Determine your family's water needs. Ensure your storage containers are food grade and store at minimum 35 gallons of water per person per day for at least 1 week. Understand that your planning may be different this year because of the need to protect yourself and others from COVID-19. Take the necessary actions to ensure that your household has an adequate stored water supply should there be an interruption. Be prepared. Nawasa, committed to meeting customers' needs.
That's right. That's what they say. They are committed to meeting customers' needs, and of course, they want you to know and understand that, folks. As we get ready to tell you what's happening in the news, again, we'd like to say welcome to everyone currently tuned in. Kirani James made us proud once more. He's holding a bronze medal after his amazing performance at the 2020 Olympic 400-meter men's finals. All right. Now, he did well. He did well. Guys, if you looked at that race, and I know for most Grenadians, you saw the performance that Kirani James put on today. It was an amazing performance. It makes him the holder of a variety of each category medal in the Olympics, covering first, second, and third positions. Gold in London, 2012, silver in Rio, 2016, and bronze in Tokyo. Kirani James has made history for us. And of course, I'm not even talking about his sportsmanship and diplomacy and all of that as displayed at the end of the race. But we ain't even talking about that. You understand? He hails from Guave in St. John, where no one else could be more proud of an individual. Guave people's level of their level of proudness. Their level of pride is different from any other. You understand? Now, history was made today at the Tokyo 2020 Olympics. Kirani, the first athlete ever to win 3 Olympic medals consecutively or otherwise in the 400 meters since the inception of the event at the 1896 Olympics to present date. Only 7 male athletes have won 2 medals in the men's 400 meters. These are 1, Guy Butler from the Great Britain, and 2, Herb McKinley from Jamaica, 1948 to 1952. And the previous was 1920 to 1924 and 1924. You understand? Then there was Steve Lewis from the United States of America, 1988 to 1992. You understand? And, you know, there were a few. There were Lushan Merritt who did okay. You understand? But Kirani James, 2012 to 2016. You understand? So he has done what no one else has done. He overcame his past illness and injuries to secure the 3rd place today at a time of 44.19 seconds. You understand? That's history in itself. 3 medals consecutively. Tell me who else? Who else has done this? Now, a lot of people were talking about how proud they were of Kirani James. One such person is Grenada's Prime Minister, Dr. Mitchell. He says he was elated. He was very, very happy to see how Kirani represented himself and the country today.
Well, let me say firstly that I believe most of Grenada was on hold from early this morning to the time of 8 o'clock when this race was ran. I think we all are so proud of Kirani's performance in that race. The fact that he was able to medal, to me, was highly significant. The fact that this young man won gold in 2012, in 2016 he won silver, and 2020 Olympics he gained medal with a bronze after he was diagnosed with a serious illness.
You understand? And that is not easy to do. The Prime Minister also congratulated all the other participants in the 2020 Tokyo Olympics.
I think we have to give it all the Grenadian athletes who performed in the Olympics, even those that did not come out with some medal and was not in the finals, like the swimmers, the 400-meter young lady, Kirani, right? She also, the other persons, Peters and so on, who did not come off this time. He was the world champion. We have to give them a lot of credit. You know, going into an event for Olympic with nobody in the stand, it has to have some psychological effect on you. Crowd helps us. As a former sportsman myself, I know how much the appreciation of a crowd helps you to go the extra mile.
He also congratulated Linda and Victor and all the others. He's saying that, you know, it doesn't matter whether or not you came out with a medal. The fact that you were in the Olympics is enough. That you have represented yourself, you've represented your family, and that you've also represented your country.
Javelin throw, and I did not see it. But when the race, Kirani race passed, and the decathlon last event was coming up, and they started counting the persons who were going to make the race, and started from 21. And I knew he was in 11th, so when they reached 11th, I looked in to see, well, he hasn't come up, that means he did better than 11. Then they say 10, 9, 8, 7, and then I saw him at 6. So he must have done extremely well in the javelin throw event that I did not see. And the fact that he ended up at number 7 in the world, that's a tremendous performance. You know, it takes a special human being to be in part of all these events in such short period with no much gap in between in time. I think Lyndon deserves a tremendous, again, as far as I'm concerned, he's another winner.
That's right. Thank you very much. And of course, meanwhile, Sandals Resort International has extended a complimentary luxury included vacation to Kirani James. The Caribbean resort chain says that this is to celebrate James's performance in the 400-meter final at the Tokyo Olympics. The resort's executive chairman, that is Adam Stewart, made the announcement in an early morning social media post while congratulating the Caribbean's 400-meter bronze and gold champions. The chairman lauded both gentlemen, stating that it was a world's best performance by Stephen Gardner of the Bahamas and Kirani James of Grenada. Well, I find that makes sense, you understand? So all your congratulations and so on. Well, the match is in golf, and we're not talking about golf, people. You see, you all don't understand. You understand? You all don't understand. You ever go somewhere and see animals or people or so interacting in a particular manner, and you just don't understand? Eh? Well, that's us in golf. That's we. Y'all just don't understand. So don't try to validate, interpret, or add meaning to our response. You understand? Unless you're from golf. Because you will not understand. We are moving on. All you. The Ministry of Health is involved in very intense contact tracing. Now, case number 170 was made known to the Grenadian public last night by the Chief Medical Officer, Dr. Sean Charles, in a public statement. He says that this individual came into Grenada with a negative PCR test as required, and upon leaving the state, that individual tested positive for COVID-19. It puzzles them, and so they are doing the necessary contact tracing.
The Ministry of Health is currently engaged in intense contact tracing efforts following the country's latest COVID-19 case, which was recorded on August 3rd as a departing passenger engaged in the required testing for travel. The discovery of this latest case, the 170th for Grenada, is quite unique, as it was not confirmed on arrival in the country, but as part of the departure process. The case, a female in her 20s, arrived in Grenada on Monday, July 26th from the United States with a negative PCR test. In accordance with the country's entry protocols, as a fully vaccinated person, she was tested on arrival, the result of which was also negative. Having been released from quarantine on July 27, based on the results of that test, the individual proceeded to visit a total of 10 locations between July 28th and August 3rd.
So you can imagine the kind of contact tracing that needs to be done for that. Now, so far, both individuals, that is case number 170, and her immediate contact are exhibiting symptoms of stuffiness, says the chief medical officer.
Upon detection of the positive result following testing on August 3rd, the Ministry of Health verified the test result with a second test at another laboratory and immediately embarked on the requisite contact tracing effort. So far, only one contact has been isolated and tested, the results of which is not yet known. Case number 170 has reported experiencing congestion. Her identified contact, a family member, is also experiencing mild congestion.
Somebody just placed a stone at the perimeter.
All right, good. All right. And when I say stuffiness, I just put it in our own. You understand? Anyway, what we are receiving right now from the Ministry of Health is an update relating to the COVID-19 status. I have not read it yet, so we are all learning about this at the same time. Grenada on Thursday recorded 2 more COVID-19 cases, bringing the country's total to 172 since the start of the pandemic in March of last year. One of the new cases is a 30-year-old unvaccinated female traveler traveling alone who arrived on the 30th of July aboard the International Caribbean flight and whose travel history included Jamaica and St. Vincent and the Grenadines. The other newly identified case is a family member of case number 170, which we just spoke about. The visiting female who tested positive as she was undergoing routine testing to leave the country after a week-long visit. Now, the Ministry of Health is currently involved in contact tracing efforts following the detection of case number 170, who, because of her negative status and test results on arrival, was released from quarantine and who visited 10 different places within the past week. Again, that's consistent with what we were told moments ago by the chief medical officer. Now, as a result, the ministry has so far identified 53 potential contacts who have all been tested thus far. 2 have returned negative results, while the remaining 51 results are pending. Now, while the number of locations visited presents some cause for concern, health officials are optimistic that based on the limited interactions between cases 170 and 171 and their service providers at the various locations identified, the potential spread of the virus will be limited. Nonetheless, the Ministry of Health is in direct contact with the establishments and is continuing the process of contact tracing. The ministry encourages residents to continue to follow all of the COVID-19 protocols to help safeguard themselves. Relatedly, the Ministry of Health is still awaiting test results from samples sent to the Caribbean Public Health Agency, CARFA, for testing to determine whether or not other variants have been detected here in Grenada. The test results are expected soon, and additional samples are likely to be sent in the coming days. To date, the only variant identified here in Grenada is the Alpha variant. Very interesting update there from the Ministry of Health. 4 persons were arrested and charged on Wednesday, 4th August 2021 by officers attached to the CID Sates police station for robbery with violence and housebreaking. These individuals were allegedly involved in a robbery at a dwelling house at Mount Rose, St. Patrick on July 29, 2021. Lyndon Lambert is a 37-year-old farmer of Conference in St. Andrew. Peter Joseph is a 24-year-old landscaper, and Anderson Thomas, a 35-year-old vendor, both of La Porterie, St. Andrew, and a juvenile, were charged for robbery with violence. Lambert and Thomas were additionally charged for housebreaking and stealing. 3 of the accused, with the exception of Lyndon Lambert, were brought before the Sates Magistrates Court on Thursday, 5th August 2021. Joseph was granted bail in the amount of $10,000 with 1 surety, while Thomas and the juvenile were remanded to Her Majesty's Prisons and the Bacalet Rehabilitation Center, respectively. They are scheduled to reappear in court on August 25th, 2021. Lyndon Lambert remains in police custody as additional charges may be preferred against him. Folks, we are moving on. The National Democratic Congress, they are lending their voice to the plight expressed by the bus operators and owners in yesterday's protest. According to the current head of the National Democratic Congress, or leader of the National Democratic Congress, Adrian Thomas, he says that there must be something that the government can do to alleviate the stresses, to deal with the stresses, or to help these the bus drivers and operators deal with the high prices and the diminishing profit margins that they have been experiencing over the past few months.
Well, it is COVIDious times, and definitely the government has to step up. What is happening now with the gas prices, the gas in particular is going beyond the reach of motorists at this point in time, especially the bus drivers. And the issue of food, people cannot buy food anymore. And I think, when you have things like turkey, which is a basic commodity, moving from $3 to $4 up to almost $7 per pound, it's atrocious. Ordinary small bottle of oil, which used to be $2 and cents, is now almost $5. So the government cannot expect the people to fight this crisis on their own, especially when you are living in a situation where the salaries are not increasing. People are going home. A lot of people are out of a job since COVID. Others who are not who are employed are underemployed, meaning that instead of making 5 days per week, they are now making 2 and 3 days per week. The people cannot cope with that. The government have to come to assist the state in how we handle this serious crisis that we are experiencing now. The cost of living is just too high in Grenada, Carriacou and Petit Martinique. On the issue of the gas, $5.50 per gallon, this is atrocious. It is time for the government to review that. We the National Democratic Congress, we said to the government, this need to be reduced. At least if you collect $3.50, you have to be satisfied with that in this hour of crisis. The government will go to Parliament. They will pass legislation. We are under state of emergency, so they can go to Parliament and pass just for the period. Collect $3.50 instead of $2 instead of $5.50, and they have been to Parliament and they have passed laws where people have to stay home after midnight. They have passed laws where other measures have been put in place and people are abiding. So why can't they go to Parliament and pass a piece of legislation that will accommodate the busmen in particular and other motorists were experiencing the same difficulties.
Thank you very much, sir. As we move on with tonight's program, and the house was partially destroyed by fire today in Leicester, Carriacou. We understand that police, they are currently doing their investigation to determine...
No, but if the...
Sorry, to determine what caused this fire of this beautiful dwelling home. All right? No one was hurt according to reports. All right? That was just sad to watch that house go up in flames like that. And, you know, it's just such a beautiful home. Such a beautiful home. No star. And I think there was another fire in Carriacou recently, if I'm not mistaken, a couple of days ago. You know, so that would make it 2.
We have to give it.
That would make it 2 in recent days. Something is happening in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Massive protest today. You know, it just happened. And the protesters blocked the streets. They were burning debris and stuff like that. And it was just a chaotic scene. Folks, at some point in time during the protest, the Prime Minister was hit. He was bleeding. According to one eyewitness, somebody might have pelted a stone and burst the Prime Minister's head.
Somebody just pelted a stone at the Prime Minister. Hold him. Shield! The Minister is bleeding.
No. So we sought to find out what really caused this. So what we understand is there's a piece of legislation that were going to be implemented, made into law, so as to allow or to make it give the government some sort of strength or power to ask some sectors of the public to be vaccinated. Understand? The frontline workers to be vaccinated. It's almost as making it mandatory for public workers, or the frontline workers, to be vaccinated. And the people, they are protesting against that, among other things. But that's probably the gist of it. Yes? And this, as I was told, is what caused this problem. Right as we are on the program now, I just received a direct message from the press secretary there. And let's see what it says here. Okay. On Thursday, 5th August, at approximately 5:15 p.m., the Honorable Ralph E. Gonzalez, duly elected Prime Minister of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, was physically assaulted and wounded by opposition demonstrators while attempting to enter the House of Assembly. Approximately 200 demonstrators responding to a call to action from the leader of the opposition picketed the parliament and blocked the entrance to the building. When the crowd prevented the vehicle carrying the Honorable Prime Minister from driving through the gates of the parliament, he alighted the vehicle and attempted to enter by foot. Now, an opposition demonstrator then hurled, they say, a projectile at the Prime Minister, which struck him in the head, inches above the temple. The Prime Minister, bleeding profusely, was taken to the Milton Cato Medical or Memorial Hospital by his security detail, where he was met by his wife. The Prime Minister is now recuperating under the care of the hospital staff. He will remain at the hospital overnight for observation. He has informed his colleagues that he is recovering and reaffirmed that no lawless mob will prevent him from doing the people's business in the seat of our democracy, it says. Further, the Prime Minister strongly reiterates his belief in the solemnity of the vote as a cornerstone of our parliamentary democracy and the basis of governmental legitimacy. In spite of his injuries, the Prime Minister welcomed all peaceful demonstration as a fundamental right enshrined in our, they say, Constitution, but cautioned that legitimate peaceful demonstration should in no way impede parliamentarians' right of entrance and egress from the House of Parliament or Assembly. Now, you guys would have seen a lot of the videos and so on posted, but it doesn't seem to be too much of a severe injury, but it's an injury nonetheless. In terms of where this will take the whole conversation of legislating, what they were about to make it somewhat, as it is interpreted, as mandatory for some of the frontline workers to receive vaccination or be tested periodically. Let's see where that will go. All right. I just spoke briefly via message with the press secretary there, and I'm hoping that we can have a dialogue in terms of how the people interprets what is about to happen and what the government there really intends on happening, because there could be probably a misinterpretation. I'm not sure if that's the case. I'm just saying. All right. But there seems to be some kind of toss-up with this, of course, and we will follow up and see how that one is going. But this is not good at all. The Prime Minister had to be shielded by his security detail, as you're hearing them saying they're cover.
Somebody just built a stone at the Prime Minister. Hold him. Shield. It's bleeding. The minister is bleeding. Shield.
And that was the situation in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. I see that we are running out of time, so folks, just give me a moment. Let's take a break and we'll come back. I want you to join with me as well before we even do that in wishing my little boy, who will soon be the host of this program a couple of years from now, who will be taking over all of this, baby Mikey. He's celebrating his birthday today. He's now 2 years old. All right, 2 years going on 20. I say that because he thinks he's a man. All right, so please join me in wishing him all the best on his birthday today, and may God grant him more life, strength, and not more energy, life, strength. Energy is enough, and intelligence, as he's a brilliant young man. We would hope that he continues on the path that he's on, with, of course, the guidance of not just his immediate family, but you, because it really, in these days, should take a village to raise a child. Yes, because parents don't always get it right, and sometimes it is the community that needs to assist as well, to say, hey, you all should do, or you all should do, or you all should do, or maybe you should, or maybe you shouldn't, so it takes a community, right? So, yes, it takes a village. So, of course, happy birthday, baby Mikey, and may God bless you. We're taking a break and come back. When we come back, we've got the weather and, of course, as well, the national report. Stay tuned.
Running low on groceries? Why not visit realvalueiga.com and experience our new online shopping platform? Place your order, then go out and enjoy your day to spend more time with friends and family. Free delivery available within select locations or in-store pickup available. Sounds simple, right? It is. Stress less, live more with Real Value IGA online store, where good food begins.
We support you at every stage of your life.
For business.
For your education.
for your financial freedom.
For that new ride.
Upgrade your life with the Communal. Contact us today.
After being locked down during the pandemic, get ready for summer with Rika. Live this summer with Rika's Summer in Every Drop promotion. Buy any Rika combo of 6 200ml, 4 330ml, or 3 1-liter Rika juices and get a chance to win. Win Apple AirPods, plunge pools, beach dress with umbrellas, barbecue grill set, gamer set, and weekly pop-up giveaways. With Rika, there's summer in every drop. Promotion ends August 31st. Tickets available at all leading retailers island-wide. Rika, distributed by Superb Distributors Inc., Tempe, St. George's.
What does it take to be an amazing woman? Lots of me time. Amazing women are classy, fancy, and a little sassy. It's the drink for me. Cheers! Sometimes you've got to show them who's boss. Alpha male? Nah, alpha females are more amazing. Cheers to securing the bag. We make time for ourselves, for work, friends, and we certainly make time for passion. We're simply amazing. Amazing cream liqueur for the amazing woman in you.
How going on, boy?
Hey, good old things.
Hey, easy.
Yeah.
Boy, in line, boy. Your house looking a real good day.
Boy, it's thanks to the hard-working and professional staff at the Housing Authority of Grenada. They handled me real nice. They did my plan, they did the construction, and I didn't even have to worry about a thing. They were there with me every step of the way, supervising the job, asking me about my concerns, giving me feedback as the house took shape. They were there from start to finish, and even put the keys in the palm of my hand. I give them an A++ for customer service.
Boy, people from housing bad, boy.
Boy, not bad. Excellent. If you're thinking about constructing your home, why not consult the Housing Authority of Grenada? You could visit them right down in the Sandino complex, or give them a call 440-1015 or 440-1016, or check out their website hag473.com. They go handle you. They go jog your blocks, they go draw your plan, they go tote your materials. Hey man, where you going? The Housing Authority of Grenada is your choice for affordable housing and a stress-free construction experience.
Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store now has amazing deals, special discounted prices on wedding sets, watches, and selected jewelry. We sell top brand jewelry and watches like Citizen at the best price. We offer the best deals and customer service on the island. Opening hours Mondays to Saturdays, 9:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store, located at the Esplanade Mall, St. George's, Grenada. Visit or call us today for 14-3114-232-1234 or WhatsApp 533-1581. Sale is on for a limited time only.
Are you prepared for the hurricane season? Do you have a plan? Remember, water is essential in any emergency plan. Determine your family's water needs. Ensure your storage containers are food grade and store at minimum 35 gallons of water per person per day for at least 1 week. Understand that your planning may be different this year because of the need to protect yourself and others from COVID-19. Take the necessary actions to ensure that your household has an adequate stored water supply should there be an interruption. Be prepared. Nawasa, committed to meeting customers' needs.
Welcome to Yogo. Most of you know us for our food delivery service and our food pass for free delivery from restaurants. But did you know you can also use us for grocery deliveries too? We've just added another 5,000 plus new items to Yogo Supermarket. And stay updated as we add more products and vendors. Yogo Services is our convenient skip the line offering. Let us pay your electric, water, and other utility bills for you. With us, you will be able to buy tickets, pay your rent, schedule bookings, and other services. Need a ride to get somewhere? Give Yogo Lyft a try. Select your pickup location and destination location and wait for our driver to collect you. Never have to worry about how you're gonna get to a place again. Please see website or app for our service locations. And sign up now.
Hi. And hi. And it's his birthday today, so we're sharing a little moment with you. I know for those of you who wanted to see the baby, say goodbye. Goodbye. So he's 2 years today, and he had fun in the park with the kids. He had fun with the kids, and he's going to have his own little thing sometime soon, all right? So anyway, good night. Goodbye. Bye-bye. Okay, good. All right, folks, so now it is time for the National Report. Prime Minister Dr. The Right Honorable Keith Mitchell congratulates Team Grenada for great representation at the Tokyo Olympics. We'll have details to this story and more in the National Report. With the details to the news for Thursday, August 5th, I am Rikisha St. Louis. A class act, that's how Prime Minister Dr. The Right Honorable Keith Mitchell describes the bronze medal winning performance of star athlete Kirani James in the men's 400 meters at the Tokyo Olympics on Thursday. Grenada is now celebrating the achievements of the three-time Olympian who captured the bronze with a time of 44.19 seconds. The 28-year-old athlete now has a complete set: gold from London in 2012, silver from Rio in 2016, and now bronze from Tokyo 2020, making him the most decorated Olympian in the 400 meters. With flags flying high on buildings, the streets of his hometown Guelph came alive as they celebrated his efforts despite his health constraints to place third in the race on Thursday. The Honorable Prime Minister, like many Grenadians, was glued to his television watching excitedly as James competed in the much-anticipated event.
The fact that he was able to medal, to me, was highly significant. After he was diagnosed with a serious illness that he had to literally abandon athletics for a number of years, and coming back with not being 100%, really, given the complaint that he had. It to me is an achievement beyond the bronze medal. It's beyond gold. And in addition to the class that he demonstrated after the event, the race, when he went up to the winner and took the flag of the Bahamian flag and wrapped it around the body of Gardner, is a clear demonstration of the quality of the individual.
Sports Minister Honorable Yolande Bain Hosford said for Grenadians, bronze is another gold, and the country greatly appreciates Kirani's determination to represent internationally.
We are ecstatic, we are happy. Grenada is still in a celebratory mood. I don't think Grenada has looked at the difference with the bronze from the gold. He has placed, and that is what they're thinking, or that is what they're looking at. Just the fact that he has not received a gold medal does not make us feel anywhere less. We are still proud of his achievements. I just want to strengthen that point. that him, he reaching the third, like the bronze, does not take away from the importance of the gold.
Minister Bain Horsford says government remains committed to improving facilities and increase training to enhance athletes' ability to be ready for international games.
We are working on that. We have started the dialogue since I came into office. We have continued the dialogue, and we are hoping that we can get a better swimming pool so that they can, at the international level, so that they can train and perform better in the Olympics. But I know that that level of determination that these athletes have would bring them to very high places.
Sports coordinator in the ministry, Kirani Peters, congratulated Kirani and the entire Grenada team for giving of their best at the 2021 Games.
I want to say congratulations to all our members of the Grenada Olympics team in Tokyo for a job well done. We are very proud of you, of your performance. We know that the Olympics is the top of the event, and you have to have strong mind, you have to willpower, your energy, you have to all aspects of your game on, and we must see that you represent themselves, the family, the island, very proud.
Bahamian Stephen Gardner captured the gold in the men's 400 meter with a time of 43.85 seconds. He was followed by Colombia's Anthony Zambrano in second position in 44.08 seconds. Meanwhile, the Grenada Conference of Churches also congratulates Team Grenada in Tokyo for their outstanding performance. The conference issued a release on Thursday, which also calls on Grenadians to continue to exercise extreme caution in all activities, as the proper management of the COVID-19 situation is the responsibility of all citizens, residents, and visitors. Grenada will receive a shipment of 14,000 doses of AstraZeneca vaccine from the United Kingdom government. The shipment is expected to arrive at the Maurice Bishop International Airport on Friday. The vaccines will assist the government in its vaccination drive toward combating the virus and achieving herd immunity. Minister in the Ministry of Health with responsibility for hospital and community health services, Honorable Delma Thomas, Acting Permanent Secretary in the Ministry, Hannah Julian St. Paul, Chief Medical Officer Dr. Sean Charles, British High Commissioner Mrs. Wendy Freeman, and other health officials will be present at the airport to receive the vaccines. Continuing the news, the Ministry of Health is conducting contact tracing COVID-19 tests following confirmation of positive case number 170 on August 3rd. Acting Chief Medical Officer Dr. Sean Charles on Wednesday said the latest case is travel-related, a woman in her 20s who arrived on island from the U.S. on July 26th. Dr. Charles said the individual was fully vaccinated and was tested on arrival, but the results returned negative. She was subsequently released from quarantine the following day. Between July 28th and August 3rd, the individual visited approximately 10 locations on island. The positive result was obtained after a PCR test was conducted in preparation for departure. In an attempt to be accurate, the individual was retested at another laboratory to confirm the status.
Case number 170 has reported experiencing congestion. Her identified contact, a family member, is also experiencing mild congestion. In light of this latest development, the Ministry of Health is encouraging the population to exercise extreme caution and to continue observing the recommended protocols: physical distancing, avoiding mass gatherings, wearing masks in public spaces, regular hand washing or sanitization of hands. Further, the Ministry of Health advises that persons who may be experiencing flu-like symptoms should isolate themselves and contact their nearest health facility.
The Ministry of Health will provide updates as results are obtained from its contact tracing efforts.
This is the National Report. The news will continue after the break.
Are you gonna wear your mask today? You see everywhere you go. There are rules you got to follow, so don't you say COVID-19 will delay. Take the opportunity to save your community. Don't be that guy, put a mask on your face if you're heading outside. It's your life, my life, more lives will be taken if we don't try. If you feel any symptoms, call the hotline. Stay inside until you feel fine. 6 feet away every day. Keep COVID-19 far from away. Keep Grenada safe. Be COVID-19 smart.
Welcome back. Grenada's Prime Minister, Dr. the Right Honorable Keith Mitchell, is high in praise for Lyndon Victor, who finished 7th in the decathlon at the Tokyo Olympics. The decathlon comprises 10 events: 100 meters, long jump, shot put, high jump, 400 meters, 110 meters hurdles, discus, pole vault, javelin, and 1500 meters completed over a 2-day period. Victor completed the decathlon with 8,414 points, a clear improvement over the 7,998 points he amassed at the 2016 Rio Olympics. He recorded a personal best of 71.56 meters at the javelin throw. Dr. Mitchell said, and I quote, "That was a tremendous performance by Lyndon Victor. It takes a special human being to compete in all those events in such a short period, with little rest in between. I think he deserves tremendous recognition. As far as I am concerned, he is another winner." Unquote. The Prime Minister went on to congratulate all of Grenada's athletes who competed in the Tokyo Olympics. Anderson Peters, who competed in the javelin event, swimmers Delron Felix and Kimberly Innes, and 400-meter runner Melanie Rodney. The Prime Minister said, and I quote, "Today is a good day for Grenada. We should be proud of all our athletes and what they have done for our country. The image of Grenada has been lifted by the performance of our athletes, and we have to give them credit for this." Unquote. Finally, in the news, the Ministry of Education will be distributing more e-learning devices to primary school students during the upcoming week from Wednesday, August 11th to Thursday, August 12th at centralized locations throughout the island. We get more in this report from Annette Moore.
Jervis Dabrio, ICT officer at the Ministry of Education and the officer in charge of the distribution of primary school e-learning devices, tells us more about what has already been done and what is ahead.
So we started the distribution of the primary school devices, that's the Lenovo tablets, in late March. We started with the grade 5 students, and we then rolled out to the grade 4, 3, 2, 1. All the way down to the KGs. The grade 6, they were not given because, of course, they were getting ready to transition. Not all the devices were collected for a number of different reasons. And so we thought it made perfect sense to go and do a redistribution. But this time we're not going to the different schools. We're doing it from centralized spaces.
The centers are the St. Patrick's Anglican, Grenville Secondary, Westerhall Secondary, St. Rose Modern Secondary, St. Mark's Secondary, St. George's Anglican, and Bolio RC schools. Each school listed will service distribution for all primary school students within that district. However, the Bolio RC school will only distribute to students at that school and the Constantine Methodist and Vendham RC schools.
We're also extending the hours to accommodate the working parents who are not going to be able to come between 8 and 4 or 9 and 4, that sort of thing. So we're looking at distributing from 10 to 5:30 in the evening.
Dabrio tells parents what the process will be like during distribution, and he also provides some tips.
The first thing you need to ensure you have is your receipt. If your child is part of the school book program, then you have to pay $25 at the revenue office. If the child is not in the book rental program, it's $50. So ensure that you have that. When you get to the center, you will have to fill out the contract form. We identify the device. You have someone who will walk you through the process, ensure that the device is working. You get your case, and once you're done with that, you're free to go.
Dabrio also had some extra advice for parents of students who have been transferred from one school to the next since the end of the last school term.
If you want, you can still call the ministry, give us a buzz, just to verify that your child's device, it was configured, it is ready, and it will be available for you at the center.
Dabrio explains why it is important that all parents get the e-learning device, even if their child already has a personally owned device.
The device is doing on-device filtering. So when you take that device and you give it to the child, understand they are not going to be able to access pornography, certain adult content, even some of the content on YouTube is going to be filtered. Only we're relying on Google's filtering algorithm, their process to really handle that. Additionally, if there is something wrong with your device, the device you bought, the parent bought for the child, it's the parent's responsibility now to get it fixed. Most likely to pay a technician, what have you. Based on what happened with our device, you bring it to the ministry or you bring it to the school. We sort you out. We have warranty on those devices, so you do not have to hurt your head about that.
And there's more to look forward to in terms of electronic books or e-books.
Plans are afoot to get the e-books on there most likely by September. And when that happens, you want to have one of those devices where you'd be able to access the books. Cost-wise, $25, $50, you're looking at a device that you can use for 1 year with all the other little benefits. There is no reason to not take the device. I mean, I'm standing by that device. It is a good device. And I would say, hey, people who know me, you know I would not sell something I wouldn't buy. And my daughter has one, and she's loving it.
For the National Report, I'm Annette Moore.
Thank you, Annette. That story just ended the National Report for today, Thursday, August 5th. Recapping the top story, Prime Minister Dr. The Right Honorable Keith Mitchell congratulates Team Grenada for great representation at the Tokyo Olympics. On behalf of the entire news and production team, I am Rakisha St. Louis saying thank you for joining us. Until next time.
Thank you very much, Rakisha, and the rest of the GIS News team. And the next thing that we have for you is a look at the weather, the public focus for tonight. The weather is expected to be generally fair with light isolated showers during partly cloudy spells. Now the minimum temperature is 26 degrees Celsius. That's warm. And winds easterly to east to southeasterly at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Seas are slight to moderate waves, with waves 2 to 4 feet in open waters. And that is our weather report for tonight. And I'm burnt, I'm tired. So have a good night, everyone. A good day, whatever time of the day. I have to say hi to Avril, Javar, Cynthia, Noreen, Josephine, Zaka, Ezran, Sharon, Charmaine, Shum, Avril. I said Avril already, right? Brenda, April, Lorraine, and did I say Sharon? Kenneth, Terrence, Chemo. Who else is with us as well? Lorraine, and yeah, everybody, man. All right, so may God bless you guys, and you know, it's good to always be here with you. Oh, before I go, I want to say hello to the Lal family. Your kids actually made it an exciting birthday for my son as well, and I'd like to say thank you. It wasn't planned. They just met coincidentally for the second time, and they gelled really well and had fun at the quarantine site today. At the quarantine site, sorry, quarantine point in the grass, having fun. So thank you, the Lal family, for that as well. Yes, and it's amazing the things that makes kids happy. Nothing exorbitant. I mean, he's going to have his, you know, his kaboom, But his birthday, we try to make it as real as possible. And he did have fun. So thank you guys for that again. And looking forward to seeing you guys tomorrow, God's willing, all right? I'm tired. We're going to hold a fresh and take a rest. Unfortunately, I cannot go to Gove. Because life happens. So anyway, those of you who are there, have fun, be safe. All right. Anyway, let's go. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We all say ja. No, I have somebody who selling bay leaf and barden trees. All right. Spices, all kind of stuff. I'll get the number. I forgot the number in my car. So I'll get that for you guys tomorrow in the event that you want the trees, the actual trees. All right. So we'll touch base again. Take care, guys. May God bless you and the family. Mom, have a good night as well and the family. Take care. Good night.